Good evening, everyone. I hope that you're having a lovely Thursday. Wherever you are having a good week, a good month, and you're able to just join in, whether it's live or on the replay, for this moment. Well, it's going to be a little longer than a moment, but for just an evening of meditation, honoring yourself, listening to your body, and just learning about how emotions and meditation can really go together. So, first things first, if we have not met, my name is Rachel Trekkie. I have been exploring and using oils to support my body for the last almost 5 years. And if you don't know my story, I'm not going to go hugely into it, but I started looking for physical support. So things for skin issues and for hair loss. And it was truly a physical thing that I was looking for. I had no idea about emotions. I really didn't think that oils could help with emotions, or I never meditated. I don't even think I ever did yoga, and I do that all the time. Like, I wasn't at that place. I didn't use those tools to support my body. I was really just looking for something physical, my appearance. So fast forward to almost 5 years later, and I really think that the biggest support that I could have done for myself was my emotions. So over the last few years, focusing in on how to support my emotions using different tools like meditation and breathing and yoga, and maybe you guys do some of those. Comment below where you guys are from if you're watching live, and if there's any kind of tools that you like to support your emotions. I'll go through all the comments after. And I really think that all those physical things stemmed from emotional things. So it's amazing how our body just reacts in different ways. You might have a physical symptom that kind of shows up as a emotional thing that's going on in your body. Like, have you ever had pain and then you feel really crummy, right? Like a physical symptom causing you an emotional reaction, or an emotional thing causing you a physical reaction, right? They go both ways. So it's really important that we do support all aspects of our health. And sometimes we only really focus on the physical things, which is what I did. So that's kind of my story. I am in love with this special little kit of oils. It's something that has blessed me over the last few years. I've been using it, I think, for at least a couple years every single evening, and it's just become part of my routine. So we'll dig into that, but first things first, I want you to grab an oil, whatever that is. I'm gonna grab frankincense because I've just truly been addicted to it lately. So whatever oil you have near you. If you don't have an oil, just find a nice kind of calm seated place. We're going to do a little bit of meditation first and then see how we feel and absorb some information. So whatever oil you pick, a drop in your left hand. This is your receiving hand, and just make sure that you're not getting the oils into your fingers. You're just rubbing it around a little bit, giving a little bit of energy to it. And I want you to take 3 big deep belly breaths. So in, and don't forget the out, right? We leave a lot of kind of tension and stress when we're up here. Our shoulders are up here, we're tense and stressed, so making sure we're doing in and out. So I'm going to do them with you. So whatever you grabbed for your oil, close your eyes, and I'm going to guide you through a short little meditation. So find a comfortable seated spot wherever you are, on the floor, in a chair. Let your eyes close gently and just listen to my voice. Feel free whenever you feel the need to inhale your oil again, take a deep breath, and just relax where you are. I am aware that my body responds to my thoughts, reactions, and images of what is. I recognize old patterns, let them go, and return to present time. Have a big inhale. In this moment, it is possible to feel good about myself. As my emotions change, I flow with consciousness or conscious awareness of their levels within me. I enjoy describing and expressing my feelings as validations of my humanness. As my body becomes tuned with the present, I have the ability to feel what is in harmony with my well-being, and what is not. I now release those people, places, and things that are harmful, knowing that my spirit fulfills all my needs in a good way. I flow with feelings. So take a big breath of your oil again. Just making sure you're doing the big inhale and a big exhale. We don't want to get that tight up here. So how do you feel? That was really short and really brief. Write in the comments how you're feeling after that. You know, maybe you feel lighter, maybe more at peace. For me, I usually find that it is the breathing. So I'll have, you know, calmed a little bit. My breathing might be a little bit slower. My heart rate might be a little bit slower. I'm not, you know, up here stressed. Not up here. I'm not up here tense and stressed. And you can let your shoulders relax. Meditation does not have to be confusing. It doesn't have to be difficult. It also doesn't have to be the same for everybody. I think when I first started, and maybe if you guys are newer to meditation or you remember what it was like when you first started, I was, you know, thinking, am I doing this right? You know, I don't know, like I can't visualize anything. I'm seeing black. I just, you know, I felt like I wasn't doing it correctly, and that's not the point. The point is just to do and relax and release and just honor wherever you're feeling. So if your mind's racing, that's okay. Just, you know, calm yourself a little bit, bring yourself back. I love to use guided meditation. So obviously I don't speak for myself and listen to meditation, but I like to use apps like Insight. There's Calm. You can YouTube things. I like to use something to guide me so that I don't have to think about it. I have a racing mind already, so I just want to focus. I just want to listen and just truly honor where I'm feeling. So every evening, that is what I do. That's what I started with, was a feelings kit, a little bit of short meditation in the evening, and then I added in a morning routine. So wherever you are, know that even if it's just for like 2 minutes, yes, Kendall, go into meditation with no judgment, like no judgment for yourself, no judgment for whatever comes up, whatever feelings, and just giving yourself that grace, right? So some days I don't feel like it, and I don't, and then sometimes I can notice how I feel the next day, and maybe I'm like, you know what? I should have spent that 5 minutes, right? But just honoring wherever you're at and knowing that there is no right or wrong. So if you've never meditated, start slow, start low. I prefer really short ones, even now after years, just because I like I said, I'm a little bit of a mind racer. I just like something short to ground me in the evenings and to kind of align me in the mornings. So that's when I do it. So why oils with your meditation? So meditation and oils just truly go together. You can use them separately, but together they are just like magic. Meditation, some benefits are reducing stress, so your cortisol levels. Cortisol is a hormone that's released when we're in that fight or flight, that stress mode and stress response, which we are obviously all in this last year kind of frequently, right? Like we can't even help it. So that's a really great thing to be adding in, is meditation. It can help with anxiety, promoting emotional health. So things like positivity, optimism, that's a big one that has shifted for me. Enhancing your self-awareness. It can lengthen your attention span. It may even reduce age-related memory loss. Generating kindness. It can help with addictions, improving sleep, helping control pain, can reduce blood pressure, and you can meditate anywhere. Like that is a beautiful gift, is even if you don't have oils, like it's just you, your body, and your mind. Yes, I like to do guided meditations and I use my phone and I use an app, but if I didn't and I just had me, I could literally just sit somewhere, calm myself, focus on my in breathing, a few seconds, and full out breathing a few seconds. The breath is powerful. So making sure that we're aware of that and not holding in that tension and that stress there. So different types of meditation. You might have guided voice meditations, like I mentioned, sitting quietly by yourself, being mindful, music meditation. I've recently listened to, and you can even Google, so if you have, or not Google, I have Apple Music, and there's different megahertz, so sound is also really powerful too. There's different megahertz that correspond to different kind of, and oils work like this too. So oils, emotions, music, they're all intertwined, and they all work on energy and vibrations, and it's really cool. Won't get all into that, but if you Google, like the other day, I went for Reiki. I went for a massage, I went for Reiki, and she talked about my third eye chakra. So she talked about opening that up and how I can focus that. So all I did was search on my Apple Music. I said third eye chakra meditation, and music came up, and it was in that megahertz that is, you know, aligned with that third eye. So how cool is that? Like, the technology that we have nowadays just puts these things at our fingertips just to do so easily. So you can even plop in like heart chakra meditation, and music will come up for that. So maybe you just want to listen to music and sit mindfully, whatever it is. I thought that was so cool. And if you look into frequencies of oils, yeah, everything has a frequency and an energy. So we want to be using these, you know, beautiful gifts of nature to pair with them to just kind of support that, right? Okay, what else? Walking meditation. If you're lucky enough to ever go forest bathing with a Vaughn, you will be blown away at how beautiful that feels, being in nature, and forest bathing is a form of meditation. So no right or wrong, like I said, it's whatever feels good to you, and just know that it actually might not feel good at the beginning because you might be having a lot of feelings come up, and even using this feelings kit. So I've had a lot of people say like some oils trigger them and they don't like them at first, and it might be because you're working through those emotional things. So making sure you're honoring that. So oils in the brain. Oils can directly affect our emotional state, which affects our entire life, right? If we're feeling, you know, low, if we're always in a state of negativity or complain or unease or that anxiousness, like whatever feeling it is, grief, loss, stress, heartache, like whatever feeling and emotion you have, it's okay to honor it and to process it and to feel it, but it's also okay to know that there are tools to help you feel better and to, you know, shift that feeling, right? So oils, when they're inhaled, you inhale an oil, it's amazing. It goes directly through your brain to your limbic system, and your limbic system is where your emotions are stored, your memories are processed. So that's why you can smell, let's say like the smell of a peony reminds me of my grandma because she had them in, I'll probably cry now, I feel emotional because she had them in her garden. So I think of her. So now I'm gonna cry almost, because oils and emotions and memories are so linked. So it's a really cool, I did not mean to cry. It's a really, really cool thing that we can pair them all together and we can use them to support our bodies, right? Let's see what else I've got here. So, yeah, so when you smell them, they go up your olfactory system in your nose. The receptors send signals to the part of your brain that processes. So your limbic system, it even controls, your limbic system is directly connected to parts of your brain that control heart rate, blood pressure, breathing, memory, stress, and hormone balance. Like, kind of your whole body, right? Like, so your limbic system is very important. So if we're using oils or breathing even, right? Like I said, breathing, if we're focusing on breathing, that can affect all of those other things. It's like a chain reaction. We want them all to be working together. And your smell can affect that too. Smell is our only sense that is directly linked to that limbic part of the brain. So that brain center is just, it's like our primal brain. We can't, like I almost cried, I can't control that. It's just, it happens. So it's cool that we can support those different parts of the body with it. So let's get into the feelings kit, which is kind of the chat around this, but I wanted to start with meditation just to kind of clear your mind and see how you feel. And I've actually started to do that before any kind of classes that I do, just because it helps me feel better. So I know that it would help other people feel better, and I want to start kind of my space by doing that, just to kind of set that up. So the feelings kit, if you've never used it, and if you've never used oils, first off, I posted in the event before this, but if you do not have oils yet, don't be overwhelmed. Ask someone for help. But the feelings kit might not be the place for you to start. And I don't say that because it's not amazing. I say that because it is very specific, it's very focused, and it takes some work to be able to utilize it and to make full use of it versus, let's say, a starter bundle. Everybody starts with a starter bundle, and it is amazing for head to toe. So things like emotions, digestion, sleep, pain, all of those things that are linked to emotions, they're just more of like a head to toe. So if you don't have oils yet, look into a starter bundle, ask whoever invited you to this class, or you can ask me about that. But I truly think that's the best place to start to get that kind of base, and then you can branch into some more specific things. And you don't need the whole feelings kit to start if you don't want. There might just be a couple oils that you pick and choose to start with. I started with the starter bundle. It's just the best bang for your buck. And then I started using Valor, and I started using Release. So those are two of my favorite ones. I'll talk about those first, that I always go to. So Valor. If you love Valor, give me some hearts and lots of love, because I know every single person loves Valor. So Valor is something that I use morning and evening, and I always keep it with me, always, always, always. Valor is for physical and spiritual, for the physical and spiritual body. So it's to increase feelings of strength, courage, and self-esteem. So it's one that I put on before any kind of classes, if I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed, if I know I'm going to be in a situation where I might have a bit higher stress. It was one that I tried even before I got the feelings kit, because it is so powerful. So it is a beautiful oil if you do not have it. It would be one that I suggest to get after a starter bundle, just to explore a bit more. And like I said, like, you might be turned off by some of these and not like them. So starting with a starter bundle first, get that kind of focus on that head to toe. And then when you get a feelings kit, if you choose to get it, just know that you work with those even if you don't like them. There's some that I don't like, and you work with them because they have a point of the body. Like, this kit was specially designed by Gary Young, who started Young Living, and he created it to use as that special kit, right? So there's no point in getting it and deciding, hey, I don't actually like forgiveness and I'm not going to use it, right? Okay, Valor, I like to place bottoms of my feet during my feelings kit routine. Behind my ears, I really enjoy for emotional support oils. On your wrists, even just kind of putting them together and just creating that like energy and almost like a grounding effect. So you can put it wherever you want. Also really great with emotional support oils is to put a drop in your hands and do tenting like I did at the beginning. That's just called a scent tent. Really powerful to get the oils right into your brain, into that limbic system. So everyone will suggest what they use Valor for because it's a fan favorite. So that's Valor. Release was the other one that I used before I got a feelings kit. And I think I read the description and I was like, yep, need it. So Release is to release anger and memory trauma from the liver in order to create emotional well-being, and it releases deep-seated trauma. So Release is one I put on every single day, morning and evening, and I put it over the liver area. So different organs correspond to different emotions, which total other class, but it's really powerful if you can. And there's no right or wrong as well with oils, right? If I put Release on the back of my neck, am I not going to get its benefit? No, you still will. Just if there's a part that can be more focused, I like to do that. So Release I put over my liver morning and evening, and I keep it with me at work. I have a stressful job. I like to put it behind my ears or put it on my wrists, and even tenting it. Like I said, that's beautiful. So Release, I love Release. I think I even tried it before Valor. So these two are probably my favorites out of the entire kit. And after you get your starter bundle, if you just want to try these ones kind of to get a feel of what some of the feelings kit oils are, that would be a good option. Okay, next up is Harmony, which I also found a love for. It is, I would say, a little bit, it's not spicy, but like sharper maybe than Release and Valor. Harmony is to promote physical and emotional healing by creating a harmonic balance for the energy centers of the body. So, like I said, that's where I put those. And for Harmony, I like to roll it all down my spine and where I can get it down the back, because that's the energy centers of the body. I'll post a graphic after for you guys. But like I said, no right or wrong. So if you're not using Harmony and you're where I said, don't worry about it. Just get it on your body. Put put the oil with either an affirmation or a meditation or just some kind of intention, because it's not just going to work if you slap it on your neck and you say, yep, still feel crappy today, I'm unhappy, and you just keep thinking those thoughts, right? The oils work and the thoughts work, but pairing them together is powerful. And if you don't have one and the other, doesn't work the same, right? So next is forgiveness. This one I roll around my navel, just around my belly button. So forgiveness helps release hurt feelings, negative emotions, and memories, allowing you to move past emotional barriers to forgive and let go. Not one I'm drawn to, probably because I need it a little bit and to utilize it a bit more. And that's something that I've heard too, is if you are not drawn to an oil, you might need it a little bit more, and your body might be just kind of, like I said, a little bit turned off by it, and that just means you might need a bit more work with it. So this one also need a bit of work, but I use it daily. Present time. This one is special. So present time is to empower you, create feelings of being in the moment. Disease develops when we live in the past and we live with regret. So staying present in the moment is really important. I like to put present time kind of right between where your like thymus is. Yeah, I think your thymus, like your collarbone, right in the center here. That's where I put that for the feelings kit routine. I will post a little graphic about that, but all of the other images that I posted prior to today have information about each of these oils, specifically what oils are in the blends and where you can apply them. So that one. And then last but not least is Inner Child. Again, not one of my favorites, I think, because I need it, and I need to be a little less stressed, a little more free, a little less like planny, let's say, a little less uptight, my boyfriend would say. So I actually wear Inner Child as a perfume some days, and I wear it when we're doing something fun, like if we're out on a trip or an adventure, just to try kind of, you know, embody those feelings, right? I have that intention and I pair an oil with it. So Inner Child stimulates memory response, and it helps ones reconnect with your inner self or your identity, and this is one of the first steps to finding emotional balance. So cool. So Inner Child I put on the little tip of my nose there. So no right or wrong. I will share the little graphic that I have of kind of the routine that I base this off of. And like I mentioned, if you don't have all of these, that's okay. Maybe start with one or two. This special feelings kit is available on the US side. Canadians can order it. So you can either order it, or you can use, if you're on our subscription program, you can use your points to purchase it for free, which is amazing and what I usually do. But all of these oils are available individually on the Canadian side. So if you have a starter bundle, you've explored that a little bit, and you're wanting to dig more into the emotional support oil specifically, I personally would probably suggest Release and Valor as my favorites, and to start there. And they're pretty common, let's say. A lot of people use them and love them. And then when you're ready, if you're ready, maybe you want to add in one at a time, and just kind of try that routine. It's not going to work overnight. It's not going to work once. Like if you do it once, it's when you do these things consistently. So same with using all your oils. You have to be using them frequently. You have to be putting the intention and the mindset and even meditation. Whatever you want to pair with it, you have to be doing that constantly, and have to be, not constantly, but consistently, just because using an oil, slapping it on once is not going to do much for you. But when you do things daily, do it repeatedly, you create those good habits, those good thoughts, those good emotions and good energies. That is when you're going to see real changes. And trust me, you will. I've had amazing changes. Our team does a challenge specifically on this, just because it's been so powerful for me. So yeah, it's a beautiful kit. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so I will make a draw for someone who commented. I'm going to give away a grapefruit oil, because citrus is really powerful as well for emotions and for just feeling uplifted and kind of that spring feeling, right? We also have some amazing classes coming up the rest of this week. If you didn't know, you can watch the previous ones as well. If you want a replay on those, you can comment below. Tomorrow we have Shailene. She's going to talk about how essential oils can make us smell good and feel better. If you want to join for that one, you can hashtag feelgood and we will add you. And then Saturday, Heather's going to talk about oils for our fur babies or our pets. So you can hashtag pets and be added to that one. And then on Sunday, We've got a few ladies that are going to be chatting about how to work from home and how it works with Young Living. So you can hashtag work from home and we will add you to that class. So hope that was helpful for you, a little bit of guidance. Just know that you will never be alone. Whoever invited you to this class loves you and would love to support you in whatever way you need for your body, your home, your mind. So reach out to them, ask for some support. You can, you know, watch old classes, be added to groups and resources, and just truly make best use of these products and these oils to support yourself. So have a great evening, guys.